Sage here from Being in Sync 366 video series. Today, I want to start off by saying I am not a psychologist. I do energy psychology, which means that energy in your field runs in patterns. The patterns that I focus on are to align you to your soul. So your soul has patterns that it's always running, and when you work with somebody who does energy psychology like I do, that's what I do. I can't speak to what anybody else does explicitly, but there is a psychology and a pathology to a lot of the patterns that we are running. There is also pathology to behaviors. So energy psychology addresses those specifically, and that is very different than what I think psychologists do. Completely different. So my name is Kiannaa Sage, and I guide people to peace. And today I wanted to talk about courage. How and where is courage? How do you get more courage, right? Most people who are false will have courage of the mind, right? So they think they are, and so they think they are. And this is also called disillusion. It's also called out of their mind. So courage is a function of the heart. It is about being in connection to the heart. It is about listening to the heart. It is about expressing from the heart. And it is about being in these spaces that are uncomfortable, that cause you to grow in ways that empower you. So that's how and where, that's where courage is. How you get more courage is, one, you don't think about courage so much as you think about what does the heart need, what is the heart wanting, what is needing to be expressed. So that's number one. Your thoughts will always, unless you are very disciplined in your thinking, which most people are not, but unless you're very disciplined, your thoughts will tell you lies. And they will tell you you are smaller than you are. And your thoughts will also tell you you can't do things like this. And you might even have family members that will tell you you're small. And they might say you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. Or, you know, there's lots of shoulds with family. I don't need to go there because you probably lived it too. So shoulds are a way of keeping people in their place. Yes? And hello, good to see you here. And so when you are learning to be more courageous, this means that you must routinely practice going outside your comfort zone. Now, I have done one video after another about different ways to go out of your comfort zone. There are millions of ways to go out of your comfort zone. The issue is that most people, hey, Eric, good to see you here. I'm so glad that you made it to the live and I saw you before you stepped off. Good to see you. Hello, Amar. Hey, Kelly. So good to see you all. So I'm curious, Eric, do you have any questions about how or where courage is developed? And what would keep you from going outside your comfort zone on a regular basis? Because most people are listening to their mind or they're listening to other people tell them that they can't do things. For me, I always saw that as a motivator. Don't ever tell me I can't do something that I want to do. And I remember when I first went into consulting, and I've told you this story before, if you watched any of my earlier videos, I had somebody tell me I was too young, I didn't have enough degrees, and I didn't have enough experience as to why I couldn't do consulting. And you know, that was just somebody trying to keep me small. They were sharing their advice, which was inaccurate and totally wrong. And long story short, I went into consulting and I ended up being very successful in consulting. I still am successful. And they came to me applying for a job. So my point is don't listen to what other people say you can and cannot do. You must start to learn and take steps. You need to take steps routinely to go outside your comfort zone. For somebody who is single, you want to do things like go outside of your friend group to meet new people. For people who are married, get out of your rut and meet people who are doing things that are different than what your crowd is doing. The point is that you need to express yourself in a multitude of different ways that feel uncomfortable so you can feel what resonates better. So, that is what I have to say about courage. Courage is a muscle of the heart that not many people check in with. They like the status quo. And if you want to grow and learn and evolve, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to find things that are uncomfortable. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually uncomfortable. Spiritually, look, we're all being challenged, but maybe the other ones. Okay. Any questions about nice teeth? Well, thank you. That is very nice. Anna you can't what? So this video is going to be very short because I want to keep these videos as short as they can be and yet still answer questions from anybody that's jumping on. But I think the biggest barrier that people have to exercising the muscle of the heart as far as courage is their fears are bigger than courage, right? And so people are listening to their fears, and their fears are keeping them small. So they're afraid they might upset other people. They're afraid they might hurt their feelings. They're afraid who would they be if their relationship changed? If they weren't small, could they still be in that relationship? Chances are not. For those of you who were on the video yesterday and saw there was a lot of discussion in the chat about narcissists. And here's the thing about narcissists. If you weren't playing small, would that narcissist still be able to influence you the way they are? Because they really like you, their people around them to be, their minions, as they're often referred to, they like their minions to be small. Because if the minions get power, if the minions feel power, then they won't be sick, they won't be weak, and they cannot be bullied or manipulated. And then therefore the narcissist is forced to change their tactics. But most people are so afraid and small that they don't go out of their comfort zone in these relationships and these experiences. As far as people at work playing small, they don't ask for their raises, they don't ask to change their spaces, they don't ask for those things that help them to be a better person in their place of work. I remember quitting a job when I didn't like where I sat, and I learned a big lesson. My boss said, "Why are you quitting?" And I said, "Because I don't like this environment. It doesn't work for me." And he's like, "Well, why didn't you just ask to change your desk?" And I said, "Well, I didn't think I could." And he's like, "Go home, come back tomorrow, and I'll tell you where your new office is." And I was like, okay. So I got a raise, and I got my office moved, and I learned a big lesson. Always ask for what it is that you want. Let them say no, or you negotiate that, but don't settle. Have more courage, and I learned a good lesson from that. So I hope you found this helpful. I am Kiannaa Sage. I guide people to peace. That peace is always found within you, never outside of you. And if you would like help, reach out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to be here and to support this channel and to support content that helps you align within yourself. Everything here is aligned with the natural laws and is not marketed to you. So if you would like to hear more about what I have to say and get new perspectives, then you are welcome to leave a comment. I'm just going to see, there's a question that was posted from Park City. Thank you so much for your time. Everybody have a great day.